I've got to survive one night on a deserted island in the monsoon season with not even any shoes. No shoes, no clothes other than to cover me bits. It's not very sweet. I think I'm already having a bit of a reaction to it, so we'll put that down. Doesn't feel like there's any water in there, and it doesn't feel heavy, which is a bit of an issue. This is so scary. What the frick? This is my 10,000 subscriber special, so thank you so much everyone that subscribed. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Anyway, here we go. 10,000 subscribers special. We've got to do something a bit different here, a bit bigger. So, this is the scenario. I was on a pirate ship, and that pirate ship actually enslaved a Buddhist monk from another ship. He was spared because he was a religious man. The ship thought that it would be unlucky to slay him. I am the cook on this said pirate ship, and I have got quite pally with the Buddhist monk because he helps me peel the potatoes, and anyone that helps me peel the potatoes is a friend indeed. A friend to me. This Buddhist monk converted me to Buddhism. I am now a vegetarian and I don't want to harm anybody. Now I've been badgering the rest of the crew not to eat the fish, not to eat the turtles, and to stop killing people. They got really annoyed with me. They got super annoyed. The last straw was when I said to the captain that the ship dog could be his mother in reincarnate. And with that, they basically threw me overboard. And I'm on a deserted, uninhabited island. So this is where I'm gonna stay for the next nearly 24 hours. Just gotta survive with not even any shoes. No shoes, no clothes other than to cover me bits. I've only been able to smuggle two things. A lighter and a little bit of, let's just call it pirate rum. Without any further ado, let's start the challenge. This is a proper challenge, guys. I know that was a whole bunch of bullshit, but this is a proper challenge. Just got my camera equipment in this wet waterproof bag. There's another vegetarian pirate ship that caught wind of the situation and they're coming to rescue me in the morning. So I've got to survive one night on a deserted island in the monsoon season, and it really is the monsoon season. So here we go. Literally got no plan here. This is it. I'm gonna leave my bag there because it's a deserted island. I can. So let's walk around and suss out the situation. So whilst I'm walking around, we're gonna try and find some coconuts that have fallen. I could climb a coconut tree, but that seems like quite a lot of risk, and I've never climbed one before. So hopefully the coconuts have fallen off. There's obviously a hill here, so I'm going to go to the bottom of the hill and suss out the area, try and find some sort of area I can use for shelter or some material I can use for shelter. I'm not going to lie to you, the barefoot, this is a bit of a crappy idea, I can tell you that, but now I've said that I'm going to do it, I have to do it. This is a proper challenge, guys. I'm not bullshitting. I've got no water. I've literally just got a lighter and my camera equipment. Now, I'm not so worried about the cold, which is why I've not got any clothes. I am worried about water. That's the main reason why I want to find a coconut. So what I've done is I've come down to the bottom of the island. Now you can see all along here that there's no beach whatsoever. It's all just rocks, it's dangerous rocks. So that's a bit of an issue. I thought maybe I could sleep on the beach. So it looks like I'm gonna have to try and find some sort of shelter amongst here. Now this is a pandas plant. It's super spiky. You can see here, if I can just get to it, that is real spiky. It's really a real vicious plant. Ow! Bloody hell. Why did the pirates not give me any shoes? How cruel of them. Ow. Okay, I think I just got spike number 1 in my foot. Let's find some water in these coconuts, because this is the reason why I've not started looking or building a shelter, because I really need some water. That's the thing that I need the most right now. Oh, I thought these rocks were coconuts, but they're not. They're rocks. What I've got to do is actually stamp the ground, because snakes do not like the vibrations. Maybe they think it's like a big animal like an elephant or something like this, and then they move out the area. Basically, snakes don't want to bother you. I think I found one. Damn it! No grip on my feet. Look at that. We've got one. It's very old. Might even be a little bit dead. Doesn't feel like there's any water in there, and it doesn't feel heavy, which is a bit of an issue, considering I really need some water, but let's keep looking. That's a coconut. That looks like a nice king coconut, Sri Lankan yellow golden coconut. But it's a bit green. Yes! This one's got water in it. This 100% has some water in it. But now I have no, ow, bloody shoes, no shoes. I have no knife. So now I'm going to show you how to open a coconut without a knife. Obviously the coconut has the real thick husk to it. Now when it's brown, it's much softer, it's much easier to break. Now this one, because it's a bit fresher, it's going to be hard. But you see, the coconut has two ends. It has the end that is connected to the tree, which is like that little floral design, and then it has this end bit. This is the end bit that you want to basically attack. You want to attack it with a knife. Not a knife. Well, if you had a knife, it'd be a lot easier. You need to attack it with a rock. Now normally you would have, or you would find, as big a rock as possible. However, my feet really hurt and I'm trying to conserve them. Still getting used to no shoes. And so I'm going to use this one. But basically, you want to smash them fibers apart. This is going to be a lot harder than I thought. Smash it on this rock that's... Oh, that just flew off. Just smash it on the rock that's on the floor, because I can't find a big enough rock. It's breaking the rock. You see how it's cracking? It's cracking there, look. I might even be able to open it now. There we go. Look at that. So they seem almost impossible to open without a knife. There's no way you could just try and break it open with your hands without doing this first. There we go. Okay, so that's the top. You can see there that that's sort of like, they call it the nipple of the coconut. That's the nipple, and that's the face. 3 black holes. Now, they're kind of covered by some white stuff, but there's one here. I'm just gonna try and scoop that out. You just see if I can get a stick. Okay, I found my stick, and whilst I was looking for my stick, look what I found, another coconut. Oh, there we go. You hear that hiss? That was me entering the coconut. There we go, that's a hole. Okay, it seems like it's half full, which means I don't know if it's off or... Fibre, but there's water in that. Ah, and it's not off, it tastes quite nice. Wow, it's a lot more mature than I thought it would be. But look at that. Don't want to waste too much of it, but there we go. Found some water, got another coconut. I'll try and find another couple of coconuts, and that should be enough water for the 24 hours. I really have to sort out a shelter because the sun is quite low in the sky right now. It's probably going to rain tonight. I'm a little bit worried because I haven't found any materials to really make a shelter out of. I thought I'd find some bananas or something, the leaves you can use as a roof and as a mat. Really, the only substantial plant is these bloody pandas plants. They're everywhere and they're super spiky. So I don't know what to do. All I know is that I've got a little bit of pirate rum. Here we are. Let's get some lucky pirate rum on the go. Numbs the fear of sleeping in the absolute open in the rain tonight amongst the centipedes. It's all grassy and it's big nice rocks here, so it's much easier to walk in. Look, there's a can here. Anywhere you go, anywhere in the world, there's always rubbish. Oh, these are spiky. Got to be careful on the feet. And there's also a spider web there. I kind of didn't anticipate the insects. But check this out. So this is the pandus plant here. This spiky thing. And right here is the fruit. It looks almost like a pineapple actually. It's quite interesting. This one is green, so it's not ripe. It has a lot of a particular type of acid in it that can actually cause your mouth to blister. If your mouth is sensitive to stuff like pineapples and stuff, because of the acid in it, then you can't eat this. And unfortunately, I am almost like I'm allergic to the pineapple. This is out of the question for me. Although if I do find a little ripe one, I will give it a little nibble just to see, you know, if it does tingle and burn. You see in here, there's these big pandus plants, and they do provide a lot of shelter, but unfortunately, most of the shelter that they provide is shelter from the wind, and I kind of need a breeze because of the mosquitoes. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get absolutely soaked if I just lay under one of these. Not only that, there's a lot of leaf litter, which means there could be scorpions and centipedes and stuff like this. There's loads of ants right now actually on my hand. I didn't even see that. You see them ants? But I've also just seen one of them fruits. There's a pandus fruit there. When they're ripe, they drop, they fall from the plant, much like a lot of different fruits. Anyway, let's go back down there where I can sit down and try and eat it, and let's see if I have an allergic reaction to it. This is my second edible plant that I found. So this is the edible part. It's like wood. Anyway, let's give it a go. So what I'm gonna do is I only nibbled that and put it on one little piece of my lip. Let's leave it for half an hour. And if I have no reaction, then I'll eat it. It's not very sweet. In fact, I think I'm already having a bit of a reaction to it, so we'll put that down. I'm trying to find somewhere in the bush where I can make a shelter. So there's plenty of material for fire. Now there's a lot of spiky plants around here. Look at this. Look how spiky that is. Now, what I could do is make a fish hook out of that. And I could just use a little bit of twine, a little bit of thread. I can make a hook out of that very easily. What I'd have to do is find a dead one, less bendier. You can see here that this didn't bend at all. So effectively, this is how you make a hook. Now you would just use some twine, some thread from your shorts, wrap it through there as well. Then you have a fish hook, and then all you got to do is find a crab or an oyster or a mussel, something like this. Is very easy to find on the rocks. Pop it on and you have some bait and a fish hook. How cool is that? Anyway, I'm not going to be fishing because I'm a vegetarian. You know the story. Come on guys, I'm trying to find somewhere to sleep. But look at this. Keep finding coconuts, but they've been opened up by monkeys. This is exactly what a monkey does. So not only have I got to worry about the rain tonight, no shoes, no clothes, no knife, so far no food, but I've also got to worry about monkeys. Oh. So I found more of a varied area. It's kind of like a little bit like open woodland, and there's an animal track, and I'm basically following this animal track. There are a gazillion mosquitoes, so there's no way I'm going to be staying here. This is where I thought maybe I could find some sort of a shelter. Actually, the ground is really wet because it rained earlier today, so that means that this is not even a very sheltered area. There's no wind, very moist, very humid, perfect for mosquitoes, perfect for dengue fever. I'm not sure if you get malaria in Sri Lanka, but oh, what was that? There we go. They've already, random things have already started. No way. I'm pretty sure that is a jackfruit. That's a bloody jackfruit tree. I found food. I've actually found some food here, look. I'm gonna have to try and either knock it off with a long branch or climb up there. That's kind of a high area to climb. That does not look like a jackfruit tree to me, but that's definitely jackfruit hanging up there. And you can eat jackfruit raw or you can roast it. Oh shit, there's a monkey. There's a freaking monkey. He's staring at me. There's a monkey in the tree. I do not know what to do. Are there any more monkeys anywhere? There's literally a monkey in the tree. Now I am hoping that he's not going to try and attack me because I'm trying to get a jackfruit. This is definitely a wild jackfruit. Oh shit, there's another monkey there. No way. Damn, I'm actually kind of scared. Not only have I got to climb this tree, look, there's jackfruit hanging there. It's probably 4 meters up and there's no branches to this tree. Wow, I'm sweating so much. I'm getting loads of mosquitoes. Damn, there's no way I can stay in this area. I'm gonna have to stay in on the windier side. I'm getting absolutely destroyed here. They're just going about their monkey life, really. He's up there, I don't know if you can see him. He's reaching for other fruit. Maybe if I follow the monkeys, they'll take me to some more different types of fruit. He's trying to get something off that tree. That's a wild Sri Lankan monkey right there. Maybe he's trying to climb onto the jackfruit. He's eating the jackfruit leaves. Maybe I can eat them. He's eating the new baby ones. Anyway, how am I going to do this? That's a lot higher than it looked from up there. And I'm sweaty. Oh, look at that. He's a male. I'm going to try not to stare into his eyes. Oh, I've also just seen another fruit tree. That's a... Oh, I can't go over there because there's monkeys there. He's staring at me and I can hear more monkeys. I can definitely hear more monkeys. Okay, this is kind of scary. I didn't anticipate this. He could easily just jump onto me when I'm trying to climb up that tree. There's a bee. There's a bee's nest. There's a bee's nest. Maybe I can get some honey. I think he's even... Oh, no way. The monkey's going for the jackfruit that I'm going for. No way. How has this happened? How has this happened? I've found the only fruit tree in the area and this monkey's just jumped on it. What the hell? They're not hissing at me, they're not being aggressive towards me. Okay, I was gonna climb it, but there's a monkey up the tree, so I'm not gonna enter the monkey's domain when that's not my forte and just get bitten by a monkey. So I'm gonna try and find a stick or something. So because it's the last couple of hours of sun as well, another issue is snakes, and I'm obviously barefoot and walking along the ground. So I'm just warning all the snakes in the area. Now, what's been the hardest part about trying to find what's been the hardest part about trying to get this jackfruit is I can't climb it because there's bloody monkeys up there. I'm trying to find a stick. Now, I've been trying to find a stick for a while now, and this is the only one I can find. I can see it up there caught in the tree. It's so brittle, I don't even think it's going to work. No, the long bit is still up in the tree. Damn. And there's so many mosquitoes here. I don't think the camera's picking them up, but there's thousands and thousands around me. I can hear monkeys all up in the trees as well. I'm a little bit scared of them, to be honest with you. Okay, there's monkeys fighting on my tree. Oh, great. That's what could happen to me, basically. Oh, he's going for him. Oh, God. This is so scary. What the frick? He's gone right back on. Oh my goodness. I think he's fighting them off for the jackfruit or something. I don't know. They're fighting. He's protecting the jackfruit tree. Maybe Maybe I'll just try and climb it once. Oh my goodness. Do you know what? I'm going to try and climb it whilst the big alpha male's distracted. So close. Right, I found a stick, heavy stick. I'm just gonna try and throw it up onto it. Okay, I can definitely climb up there, but I'm not prepared to, because if I fall, I'm gonna hurt myself. I did it! I bloody did it! Now I just got to get down. The bloody leaf was in the way, no way! I just climbed all the way up there. Oh. I got my jackfruit. Look at that. Right, I'm gonna go back to the windy part, cool off, drink a coconut, try and find a shelter because it's getting dark and there's too many mozzies here. I'm so proud of myself. I just climbed like 5 meters. Decided to make a fire literally just here. I'm going to open up that coconut and drink it in just a moment. The reason why is because the sun is going down. So I'm going to make the fire and then I at least have some bit of fire in case it rains suddenly in the dark, because I can still kind of, there's bushes around that I can sleep under. But yeah, I need a fire and I don't want everything to get really wet. It rained earlier today and things have just dried out, so I'm gonna make a fire now, start roasting the jackfruit. I can't believe I climbed up there to get that. That's nuts. So I'm just gonna get on with it now. Oh, water's already coming out of it. This is a really young one. Maybe this isn't the right way to open this type. So they've cracked it. Nearly smashed the camera as well. There's all coconut juice on the camera. And it's just coming out the side like that. Didn't expect that. The reason why I'm shaking is because I'm having to force it open. So I've got water, I've got food, I'm gonna have a fire because the one thing I brought was a lighter. You know, the pirate ship cook has to be able to light a fire, you know that. I've got all these thorny, really dry, thin sticks. All the coconut husks that I can find, you can see there that I tried opening the brown one because the brown ones are really good for being dry. But it's absolutely soaked on the inside, dry on the outside, soaked on the inside. Don't know why. This is gonna be harder than I thought. I'm glad I brought my pirate ship lighter. Anyway, let's give it a go. This might take a little while. I need multiple sticks to light at the same time, basically. And we have fire. I couldn't film it. Took all of my effort to shield it from the wind. And the only way I could get it lit, because everything was wet, is I found a little piece of plastic bag. And I just lit that over the small twigs. But there's my fire. I need to stop talking and just build it up. Bigger bits on bigger bits on bigger bits. And you build the fire up like that. Just a little update on the situation. I've got my fire going, I've got my embers there. Not so much wood right now, but I'm going to go and collect that in a moment, just before the last light. But I've got my embers there, and that's the most important thing. Then I'm gonna basically smash up this jackfruit and put the jackfruit in the embers in portions. So I'm just basically roasting it. The Sri Lankans, they actually use immature jackfruit, use it to resemble meat, which is so ironic. The vegetarian pirate has found the new fashionable vegetarian food, a jackfruit. So this is used for recreating things like pulled pork, but when it's unripe, it resembles almost like a chicken breast. It has seeds in it as well, which can be roasted, and it's almost like a chestnut in taste and in texture, and it's full of protein. So this jackfruit is full of sugar, carbs, and lots of protein. Those seeds are packed full of protein. There's not much light here, so forgive me, but what I've got here are a whole bunch of coconut palm leaves, and I'm gonna lay them beside the fire like a bed. There's the twilight of the sunset, so that's the last bit of light. The only light that I have now is from the fire, but I'm well hydrated. I've had a couple more coconuts. I've got my food, you know. I've got no knife, all right? I've got no tent. I've got barely any clothes, and look, I am acing this challenge. This is easier than I thought it would be. However, there are some big old clouds up there, big old grey clouds. Now, they look like rain clouds to me, and I haven't found any shelter on the island anywhere. So that could be my real issue of the challenge. I've got my bed, which is coconut palms, on the floor next to the fire. It's breezy, so there's no mosquitoes here, and it's warm next to the fire too. Check out how beautiful the sky is behind me. Now, the light that I'm not using to walk around and forage or to find anything. I'm still using just my eyes in the dark, but the camera does not pick up light the same way my eyes do, and I need to make the video, or I need to help the camera a little bit with the lighting. So my next mission is to break open this very hard jackfruit. It's unripe, which is why it's hard, which is probably why the monkeys didn't eat it. So I've been smashing this for a good few minutes now, just trying to go around the outside. It's really hard, super hard, and it's really sticky as well. I've got loads of sticky sap on my hands, but hopefully I can get this open. I'm starting to doubt it. Oh, they should call this thing a bloody stone fruit, not a jackfruit. It looks like it's cracked the whole way around, but it's not opening up. Oh, that looks like it might work better. That's definitely a better technique. Gonna need to open up another bloody coconut, which involves more smashing things with this bloody thing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We're getting there. We've got there. Look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. Just flesh, just pure coconut, jackfruit flesh. And look, there's nice seeds there. So you can't eat them raw, but you can cook them, you can roast them. So that's where the protein is. And I've got the carbs and the sugar from the flesh. So yeah, I'm just gonna smash this up a bit and collect the seeds off camera, try and save some of my battery and my memory, and I'll get back to you after that. So that's kind of hard just ripping that apart. What I've got is just bits of the fruit basically just ripped up, and I've taken out, oh there's another one, I've taken out as many of these seeds as possible. I've got them down here. So I'm going to put these in the embers, and this fruit in the ember, these bits of fruit, and then I'm just going to put these bigger bits in the ember. We're going to, because I've never done this before, we're going to see which way cooks it better without burning it. So I'm just going to put that in now, and yeah, lay down my bed and just lay down and wait for that to cook and drink some rum. You can eat this raw. You can eat it raw even when it's unripe, so I'm going to give it a go. There's another seed. Doesn't taste anything like a fruit. Nothing like a fruit. And it's a super weird texture. How can I describe this? Almost like rubber, almost like a plasticky rubber, like a... like an organic plastic is basically the texture and flavour, really. It really doesn't have many hints of flavour. It's more very slight, very slight, like floral, and tiny bit of almost like an appley flavour. But you really got to search your palate to get any kind of flavour off of this. But you can just survive just eating that like that, and it will provide you with sugar and carbohydrates. My seeds and my pieces of jackfruit are down there. Then I've got a jackfruit, there's not very good lighting, but I've got jackfruit on top of the fire just heating away, and I've got a jackfruit in the fire down there, or half the jackfruit in there. So we should learn how it cooks best. I've got it in the fire, in the embers. I've got big chunks and I've got tiny little chunks, and then I've got the seeds out separately. I'm going to leave that for a while. I'm just going to chill out, lay down for a bit. The stars are out, so I'm just going to contemplate life whilst watching the stars, and yeah, celebrate in my head the 10,000 subscribers that I've got. I want to be doing more challenges like this, not just living outside, all kinds of challenges, like hitchhike from one area to another area, or you know, all sorts of things. If you can come up with a challenge for me, like a 24-hour challenge, or a challenge get from A to B with only such and such, stuff like this, travel challenges, living challenges, outdoor challenges, if you can come up with anything and it's a good idea, I will do it. So please comment down anything that you have and I'll do it. I'll straight up do it. I've gone and collected some more wood, so I've got some more light and some more heat and some more smoke for the mosquitoes. But more importantly, I have now cooked my seeds. You can see there that they're all nice and cooked. Let's try these seeds. Hopefully they're cooked, because I've had cooked seeds before, so I know what it's... Oh, it just flung out and hit me in the nose. That's definitely cooked. That is perfectly cooked. No burn to it. Wow, that tastes amazing. It's almost not even that roasted. When I've had them before, they've been way more roasted and hard, almost like a chestnut. This is more like, it's as if it's been boiled, so it's still got loads of flavour. Real juicy, look at that. It tastes more like a green vegetable than when I've eaten it before, when it's been more roasted. It's bloody delicious. Hints of almost walnut mixed with mange too, believe it or not, like a green pea. So now we've got the flesh here that's been cooked. It's been cooking next to the fire for a while. Oh, we've actually got a seed in there. That probably wouldn't have cooked in there, but we can give it a go. Yeah, that didn't cook. Jackfruit flesh there. The piece that surrounds the seed, basically. Let's give it a go. This piece isn't cooked that much, but it does taste better than when it was when it was raw. There's not much flavour to it. This piece is a little bit more charred, so let's have a look inside. Yeah, it's really hot. There's another seed there. I'm just going to save that to roast it. It's almost like a really firm and crunchy mushroom. That's kind of what it tastes like and what it feels like in the mouth. So this is a lot more burnt and crunchy. So let's get that bit next to the char, next to the burn. Let's see what that's like. Oh look, that is just dripping out with juices. So it's juicy and charred. It's really strange. Got a bit of ash. Wow, another seed. It's not the best food in the world, but this is edible. This is completely edible. It's palatable if I stop getting the char into it. It's completely edible. That's a win. That's a bloody win. Wow. I'm gonna celebrate and have some pirate rum. There's a bit of ash. Bit of sandy ash. That's the worst part of this. So I'm gonna try the big bits, because they'll be obviously protected more from the ash. We'll try them in a bit. They're gonna take a little while. Well, most YouTubers, when they do these challenges, they come out with a knife, a tent, or at least a knife and some water and some fishing equipment, something like this, you know? I've literally not come out with any of that. It's just one human with a lighter, because that's what I got from the pirate ship. Just one human, one lighter, and I'm providing for myself here. I'm living out in the wild, living like people used to live. My camera's getting a bit hot by the fire, but I really wanted just to prove to myself, because I used to live a little bit like this, you know. As a kid, I used to go out with my mum and live out in the wild for a week or so, and it was some of the happiest times of my childhood. I had quite a turbulent childhood. A lot of shit happened, which you guys will probably learn about in the future. And there was a time, actually when I was about 13, where I couldn't live with my mum because she was living in a caravan, and she was living with my little brother, and she was living with a boyfriend, and there wasn't enough space in the caravan, so I actually had to live with this random dude. And yeah, he was schizophrenic. He was severely schizophrenic, and so he couldn't work. So he was basically on sort of like disability benefit, is what we get in the UK. He gets like a small amount of money. It didn't really cover much for food, you know. So what we ended up doing for a good 6 months or even longer is we provided all our food, all our protein, from fishing and from foraging on the coastline, because we come from Cornwall. And so those were some of my happiest times in my childhood. So I just wanted to sort of go back to that kind of thing, and I'm really enjoying it, you know. This is how humans are supposed to live. We're not supposed to live working our 9 to 5, always staying in one place for many years, you know, always eating the same food, and, you know, not working. Well, some people work physically for their food, you know, if you're a bricklayer or something like this, but, you know, not going out and getting your food, you know. Well, I didn't know that I was going to get any coconuts. I didn't know that I was going to get any food. I had no idea. And yet, you know, that was kind of the thrill of it. And I came out and found water. You know, it was a bit of a mission to find those coconuts, but I found the water in them, the electrolytes, the flesh that I've been eating in there as well. I climbed that tree to get the jackfruit. I had to find the jackfruit as well. That was like it was a real magical moment. You can imagine what it used to be like when we used to be hunter-gatherers, before the agricultural sort of phase in human history. You can imagine what it was like for them to find, you know, food just without knowing that they were going to find it. You know, they haven't, no planting and, you know, working the land and knowing that you're going to get some food as long as the season went well. You know, it's a real, there's something really primordial about it, primeval about it. It's just how we're supposed to live. We're supposed to be constantly using our brain in the environment, you know, in constantly moving around and using our problem solving skills, and, you know, really exercising our brains like that, instead of, you know, being on the computer all day, editing videos and working in an office and that kind of crap like that. And that's really what I want to do, you know, with this channel, is just live and enjoy life whilst I'm still young, whilst I still have use of all my limbs and my brain, and, you know, have my teeth and everything like this. You know, I know there'll be someone out there that feels the same way that I feel. I know a lot of people will think this is kind of a bit of a crazy thing, but I really don't relate to the modern world at all. I feel like a caveman. In the way that I think throughout my daily life, I feel like a caveman. And recently I've been kind of down, I've been a little bit depressed, and that's because I've just been staying in, you know, guest houses, hotels, and life has just been really easy, but there's not been much stimulation there. There's not been much adventure. So there's going to be a lot more challenges, a lot more adventure in the upcoming videos. You know, I'm still going to do all the stuff like I did before, like all of the true budget traveling stuff, you know, real budget traveling, showing what you can get for your money, staying in the basic and budget places and budget activities. But I also want to mix in some more, you know, outdoorsy stuff, some more adventure. You know, we are just basically, we're just apes. We're great apes. I say not so great, but we're apparently great apes, literally just born on a piece of dirt, on a rock that is spinning round a ball of fire in a vacuum. It's freaking mental. And we're born into all these rules and into society where, you know, you can't just walk around and forage and hunt and gather, because most of the world is owned by someone that was, by a great ape that was born before you. It's such a weird thing to me that people just, you know, people can own the land. Nobody owns the land. How can you own land? And yet it's gone too far now. You know, now we have wars. You know, look at Russia. You know, I don't want to get political, but look at what that does. That entitlement to Mother Nature, to wind, air, earth and fire. You know, I feel like the happiest people that I know are people that live the most modest outdoor lives, and I think we're losing that. Anyway, that's that. Let me just show you where I'm going to sleep for the night, and that'll be it for a while, I suppose. So this is my bed for the night. It's right next to the fire, and it's on a hill, but my head is basically going to be up higher and my feet are going to be lower. And the main reason why I've got these palms down is just more psychological, because it feels like I've got some kind of bed basically, and it also gets me just that little bit off of the ground. You actually lose 3 times the amount of heat from the ground than you do from the air. And considering we're in Sri Lanka right now and it's warm, you know, it's always warm in Sri Lanka, I think it's more important just to have that down on the floor. And it feels kind of comfortable. This is how I'm going to sleep, literally with the stars above my head, next to the fire, with the smoke blowing over me, so that, you know, that hot smoke keeps me warm and it keeps the mosquitoes away. And yeah, it feels much better than under those bloody spiky plants, where there's probably loads of critters like scorpions and snakes and stuff like this. But yeah, I'm just gonna sleep under the stars tonight, just like this, and enjoy myself. I think I'll probably sleep quite well. If it doesn't rain, then I'll see you guys in the morning. So it didn't really rain last night, but the the ground is still very, very moist. It got quite dewy. I don't know if you can see any of it in the camera. It's not like super dewy, but it is moist. It's definitely quite moist. But yeah, lucky it didn't rain last night. As for my little bed here, let me just show you. The main issue with this bed is because it's slanted, it's on a hill, I was basically slipping down, and yeah, I had to support myself with my feet at the bottom, and if I didn't consciously do that, then I would just slide down, and that was kind of uncomfortable, to be honest with you. But the leaves are way more comfortable. If that was on a flat piece of sand or just a flat piece of land, then that would be really comfortable, to be honest with you. Another issue is that I kind of run out of smaller wood overnight, so yeah, I kind of expected it just to smolder away, but the embers have died. They've burnt away. Luckily I've got some jackfruit to eat that's already cooked. But yeah, the temperature's not even too much of an issue, to be honest with you. Yeah, the main issue is that my balls are really chafing. I don't know why. I think it's because I was sweating so much yesterday and I was doing so much movement, climbing that tree and walking around all up this hill and up and around, and yeah, my balls and my thigh are really chafing. And I have some cuts on my foot. I found this, which is basically a medicinal plant. It's a plant that you find on the coast, usually in quite sandy soil, and it's called goat's foot creeper because it's a creeper plant. It creeps all along the floor and it basically covers the whole area wherever it is. This is used by many different indigenous peoples all around the world as a medicine. So you can boil the roots and the leaves and the stem, and you can use that as a medicine, or you can smash up the leaf and apply that to cuts, and it apparently helps heal your cut. It also provides some sort of pain relief as well, which is interesting. So I've never used it before. I'm going to smash this up. I'm just going to chew it up a bit. It's got hints of apple, hints of lettuce and sort of green leaf vegetables, basically. You can eat it as well. Almost a little bit banana-y. But I think you're meant to cook it when you eat it. Anyway, that is now a paste, and I'm just going to apply it to this cut here. That should apparently help the cut not become infected. Also, it helps with the pain, and it apparently has healing properties as well, so it'll help my foot actually heal. So this is the first time I've used this. What I like about my camp here, look at this, is that it's all natural. So I could literally just leave this as it is, walk off, never come back again, and it's literally just palms, coconut, wood, some jackfruit. It's like living back in like the Neolithic times or something like that. It's like I've basically been living in the Stone Age, apart from the lighter and the camera. Anyway, I need to swim. I need to go cool off. I need to go wash my sweat and my smoky hair. Let's go. Oh, my balls are really chafing. There's a wild peacock up there. Look at that. How cool is that? If I was in a survival situation, I'd straight up be trying to find a stick or a rock to kill it and eat it. But obviously, I'm the vegetarian pirate. Oh, it just flew away. That's amazing. Such a beautiful bird. Huge, beautiful bird. Wow. Check this out. There's a beach over there. There's even a yacht in the sea behind it. Maybe these are my vegetarian pirate friends coming to pick me up. So let's go have a little look on the beach. Let's go for a swim. And yeah, I'll consider this challenge a success, to be honest with you. Hello. Hello. Oh, hello. Oh. Oh. Hello. Oh. I've just found 2 doggies. Oh. I think they're calling the vegetarian pirate ship. You see? Be kind to animals and animals will be kind to you. Hey? You trying to call my vegetarian pirate ship? Yeah, should be here any hour now. Yeah. Yeah. What a lovely little doggy. My balls are chafing and really hot, and I just want to cool them down a bit, to be honest with you. I'm really serious. I've never had chafing as bad as this in all my life. Oh, I might just sit on the rock. Oh, feels nice and cool. Ah, that is nice. That is refreshing. Oh, okay. So this is it. That's the end of the challenge. A bit salty. So I'm just gonna watch the waves come in and watch my pirate ship come in, my vegetarian pirate ship. Woo! Obviously it's a bit of crap really, it's just a bit of a story to the challenge, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed this challenge. I want to do more challenges, not just survival challenges, but some sort of like challenge from how to get here from A to B in a certain way, or only using a certain thing, or certain amount of money, bloody blah blah. I think there's a fish on my foot. So if any of you guys can think of any challenges, any interesting challenges, then please comment below. It could be anything and I might do it. If it's a good challenge, if it sounds like an interesting challenge, then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do more challenges on the channel basically. So I need your help for ideas. Anyway, this is glorious. Oh. Anyway, thank you for 10k subscribers, 10,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. Thank you so much to everybody who supports my channel, all the way from the beginning, from Laos through to Thailand to Sri Lanka and wherever next we go. Anyway, for now, peace. Make someone smile today. Subscribe.